Hi, I'm Shauneen Kerrigan and I'm the Health and Safety Advice Team Leader at Peninsula. Employers are required to protect their employees from the risk of injury from manual handling. Manual handling means transporting or supporting a load by hand or bodily force. This doesn't just include lifting and putting down an object, but also pushing and pulling a load. Health and safety legislation sets out how employers must take action to control the risk from manual handling using the hierarchy of control methods. The hierarchy of control is a system used to minimise or eliminate hazards. First, you should consider elimination. You should ask yourself, can manual handling be avoided? Are there other ways to move the load that doesn't require manual handling? If manual handling cannot be eliminated, can it be substituted? This can be achieved by substituting heavy loads for lighter items. This could be done by splitting the load or distributing the load across many individuals. This will help share out the weight load, which ultimately reduces the risk and injury that may occur when lifting heavy items. If substitution isn't an option, the next step is to consider engineering controls. This could be done by changing the layout of the workspace to reduce or minimise manual handling activities. Another option could be the use of handling aids such as forklift trucks, pallet trucks, trolleys or hoists as examples. And the final form of defence for manual handling is personal protective equipment, also known as PPE. Personal protective equipment for manual handling that you should consider involves hand and feet protection to ensure that employees can maintain a good grip, steady balance and protection of the feet if the individual was to drop the load. When you identify manual handling as part of your work undertaking, you need to conduct a manual handling risk assessment using the hierarchy of control system. The amount of detail required by your manual handling risk assessments will depend on several factors, such as the amount of manual handling involved in the job, the complexity of the lifting task and the weight of the load. When carrying out simple, low-risk manual handling activities, then a basic manual handling risk assessment will likely be deemed acceptable. However, more complex or high-risk manual handling tasks that increase the risk of injury will need a more detailed assessment. The use of a tile risk assessment will help you carry out your assessment by prompting you to consider each essential part of the manual handling activity. TILE is an acronym for Task, Individual, Load and Environment. When conducting a TILE assessment, you should assess the task such as, does the activity involve pushing or pulling the load? The individual and whether they are capable to lift on their own. The load, looking at the size and the weight of the object and the environment, for example, space restrictions. Employers are required to provide their employees with suitable and sufficient training. If the task at hand is considered to be ergonomically intensive, practical manual handling training is required to be provided. Training must be refreshed every 3 years at minimum.